Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Reds since 2003. Great American Ballpark. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds attempt to break out the brooms in this three-game series right after this. Sal Romano is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy has three pitches that he brings into his mix, and if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all three of his pitches.
Striding into the box, John Jay. He will lead this one off today.
Off the afternoon for Arizona, right fielder John Jay.
First offering on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Two and two now. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Mark, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, Matty, the one thing that jumps off the page at me is the fact that this team leads the league in doubles, putting themselves in scoring position time and time again. Instead of having to get a few knocks, one base hit gets you right back in the ball game. This offense creates a lot of opportunities.
Now to the plate, David Peralta comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. Peralta can be considered a bit of a one-dimensional hitter, I guess, in terms of making contact. He tends to see the ball out of right-handed pitchers' hands well, but doesn't seem to pick up the left-handers at the same level. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
Down the first baseline, taken in by Votto, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. Two gone now here in the first.
First baseman number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there looking for a changeup to hit. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
This is skied into short left center. Coming in is Hamilton, and that ends the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. And now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Clay Buchholz, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
So striding forward now, Billy Hamilton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the first pitch to him. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Nope. A fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
A little bouncer. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that'll get down for a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Hamilton takes the turn at third. He wants it all. The tag, and he's safe. They've taken the lead.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside to Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
And here's Jose Peraza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He comes into this one at 248. 4 home runs and 33 driven in. Swing and a liner. Foul. No outs, nobody on. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
You always have to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's in the top 5 in runs scored in the National League, so he's a big part of the lineup. The guys behind him are doing a good job of driving him in, too, but they'd be a whole different team without him.
In is Joey Votto now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Don't think for 1 second after giving up already one homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
Not close. It's 2-0. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
He loses him on ball 4.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Stepping in, Eugenio Suarez. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. But it's not in time, and the inning will continue. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
That's a ball.
Lays off 1-0. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Gennett possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
I'm set with the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Suarez over at second. Gennett on at first with 2 down. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another 0-2 coming. Another one sent foul. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. And a waste pitch there, 1-2. 2 men are on with 2 men out. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Jake Lamb standing in now, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Well, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, the Reds have their sights set on a series sweep here today.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
1-1 the count to Jake Lamb. The Reds had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
It's very difficult to sweep teams nowadays, but jumping out to an early one-run lead like they have in this one, they're certainly headed in the right direction.
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Joey Votto. I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his defense because he's so dynamic on the offensive side, but one of the most prepared players in our sport, and half of that is definitely attributed to the defensive side of the ball.
Stepping in, A.J. Pollock. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Two balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. The 2-2. Popped him up. Peraza waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
And this is sliced hard down the left field line. That gets down, and the inning continues. He'll get it into second. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Here's Echeverria now. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. And that one stayed up a little high.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
strike called. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a soft liner. That's in there. Base hit. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, Hero. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double, finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Standing in now, Jeff Mathis. 0-1 the count. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Outside for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2.
1-2.
The 1-2 is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate. Hit the other way out toward right field. Chu has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. On now to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1-1. Stepping into the box, Adam Duvall. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Adam Duvall.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he just misses with a curveball. There's a cut fastball that time that runs in a bit too tight, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have,
and that is off the first base bag. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Just a great approach at the plate right there. Takes that pitch on the outer half and goes with it. He clearly hit it well because it bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Now at the plate, Tucker Barnhart. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Duvall leads off second with nobody out. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's taken in near the line as the runner tags from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork. Watch the way he bails his teammates out with picking balls out of the dirt. Can't stress this guy's importance enough.
Coming to the plate now, Sal Romano. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. A man at third with one away. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Striding in, Billy Hamilton. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Peralta is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. One left for Cincinnati. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Crossing the Ohio from Kentucky into Cincinnati there as we're set for the top of the third in this one. Now at the plate, play Buchholz. 9-1-2 due up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. This is pulled into right. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
In now is John Jay. And he'll try to bunt that man to second, but this one kicks foul. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here's the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, David Peralta.
Stepping up to the plate, David Peralta. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. Little flare out to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. And they're runners at the corners now. The 1-0. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. And he's safe.
Now batting, third baseman, Lamb.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jake Lamb, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit out towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Into the box now, A.J. Pollock, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Diamondback center fielder with a friendly 2-0 count.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Now the 2-0 home. It is in there for strike one.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
The 2-1 home. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Goldschmidt at third with 2 away. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in is Hamilton. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Reds 1. Leading off the inning, Jose Peraza, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
He's set. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. That's a tough take. Another 0-2 home. Stays alive, still 0-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Echeverria's there. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. So with 1 gone, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the current division standings, and you can see there they enter play 3.5 games back of the division leaders. So 1 gone now in the Cincinnati third, and standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Here's the first pitch to him. Hits this one hard the other way, and a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Striding in once again, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. And that's in there. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
That was definitely a 2-strike curveball there. The catcher turns his glove over and tries to make himself big to block it, but with no luck. The ball skips away, and it's scored a wild pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. Throw won't get him.
Now batting, second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Ready for another chance? Scooter Gennett. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Now the 2-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Second and third here, 1 man out. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
I understand wanting to be aggressive, but I also understand that you can occasionally be foolish. That's a foolish swing right there. This guy's been struggling to find the zone, and you might have just bailed him out.
And there are 2 away now.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Suarez stands at second with 2 gone. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
3-0 to him now. Adam Duvall would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone, so you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Adam Duvall, 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Here comes the first pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Two down, runners at first and second. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. They'll try again, 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Jay has a read on it. Oh, and he botches it. And the second run will score as the lead will change hands now at 4-3. And boy, this almost got him out of the inning, but you'll see that he just couldn't quite get there as he went into the tuck and roll afterward, and this winds up a 2-out double. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. In now, Tucker Barnhart.
Ball one.
And that misses, ball one.
No strike.
1-1 to Tucker Barnhart. Here it comes on 1-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Two balls and two strikes to the Reds catcher. Three runs already home here. And a swing and a miss here. So it took him 31 pitches, but the side is finally retired. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Reds lead it 4-3. Eduardo Escobar standing in. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Eduardo Escobar.
First offering on its way.
No, that's
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Changeup in for a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Now the 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
2 strikes.
The 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Good time now to check out the Reds' Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Into the box, Adeiny Echeverria. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And this is taken outside for ball one. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. Now batting, Jeff Mathis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
Runs coming fast and furious here. 4-3 our score as we play the fourth. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Here now the 2-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Peraza ranges to his right. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Reds lead this one 4-3. So here's the Reds pitcher, Sal Romano. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Now, Romano.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
One of the big keys to pitching well is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from that for this guy so far. Less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. One strike offering now to Hamilton. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Four runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Pulled toward right center field. Jay has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Jose Peraza.
Now in the box, Jose Peraza. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
On its way is pitch number 75. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Pollock will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order, and it remains a 4-3 game. Stepping up now, Clay Buchholz. He singled his last time up.
Clay Buchholz.
First pitch on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Popped him up. Peraza moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, John Jay.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, John Jay. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter, and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
1-1 to the D-backs leadoff man. Good location on the outside corner there. 1-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Gone! It's a solo home run here for John Jay. Home run number 5 on the year, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
After this pitcher sat down 6 of his teammates in a row, he was looking to break through against him with anything. Well, a home run will definitely suffice. Great job of breaking the string and getting his team going right there.
Standing in now, David Peralta. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And there's out number 2.
First baseman number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Ready once again, Paul Goldschmidt. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch on its way. A fastball that finds the outside corner. 4 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. But the Diamondbacks come back to tie it on this solo home run. Middle of the afternoon at Great American Ballpark. All even now at 4 apiece. So coming to the plate, Joey Votto. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup over the inside corner.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. Two and one.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
To 2-2 now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full. Eugenio Suarez will be next. Line drive to left, and Votto reaches. He's got a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
Digging in, Eugenio Suarez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Soft liner to the right side. That's his first base hit. Make him 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is without question nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do so. They have so many options at their disposal right now.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Gennett.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
He's got himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
I don't think that's what he wanted to do as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ready now, Shin-Soo Choo. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. T.J. McFarland is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here comes the first pitch. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball one. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Hit down the line at first. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Stepping in now, Adam Duvall, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Little dribbler down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. 0-2. Here it comes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Jeanette on second. Chu at first with no outs. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Hack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Boy, talking about being an impact guy in today's game, that RBI base hit right there gives him 3 RBIs on the day, D-Row.
Yeah, I remember sitting on the bench talking to Chipper Jones. He wanted to always put a biscuit in a basket. This guy's got 3 of them.
Stepping into the box, Tucker Barnhart. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. From the belt, the pitch, and he gets ahead 0-1.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone. If you could work a couple walks, it could be the start of a big inning.
Comes set and the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
The pitcher, number 47.
So stepping in, Sal Romano, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Might be a little worried about a squeeze play. Corner infielders get the signal here to move in with less than 2 out. On the ground to third. But that finds its way through for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Billy Hamilton. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a changeup right down the middle. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
2 strikes.
First and second here with nobody out. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much needed first out there.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And here's Jose Peraza. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Jay. And foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. First and second now, 1 man out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Seared down the first baseline. Ready on 1 and 2. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
In is Joey Votto now. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning as they've now batted around. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. 5 innings complete. Reds out in front, 9-4. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Just missing here. 2-0.
No strike.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Coming to the plate now, A.J. Pollock. 0 for 2 for him to this point. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, it's been a little bit of a rough outing for this guy in this one so far. And one thing you can look at if you want to get really picky, less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Lamb gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Eduardo Escobar standing in, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Here's Echeverria now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded by Jeanette. One there on Votto. A double play, and that ends the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More ahead from Great American Ballpark right after this. Jorge De La Rosa enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 32, Jorge De La Rosa.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. His career line against De La Rosa. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Popped him up. Goldschmidt has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
Standing in, Scooter Gennett. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Started that swing a bit too early. One out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're two down.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball one. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Choo with a 2-ball, 1-strike count here. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Into the box, Adam Duvall, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Another RBI spot for him. He's already got 3 in the game. 2-0 to Adam Duvall.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at bat. Not much reason for it.
The 2-0 on the way is taken, strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. De La Rosa comes set. Here's the 2-2. Chopped toward the second baseman. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back from Cincinnati after this. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th. And before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Michael Lorenzen will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jesse Winker will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 33.
At the plate, Jeff Mathis, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2. Hit out towards second. Jeanette is there. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Pitcher, Jorge De La Rosa.
John Ryan Murphy will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
John Ryan Murphy.
Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 281 the average entering play. 5 homers and 31 RBIs. The 1-0 is a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner. Now the 1-1 pitch is in off the plate.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now the 2-1 pitch is fastball taken high for a ball.
You can pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
In there, and it's full 3-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, Mike Gilman.
In now is John Jay. Head-to-head numbers against Michael Lorenzen. 2 hits in 7 tries.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
Towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail it here 9-4. So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla. Settling in now, Tucker Barnhart. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. From the stretch, there's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way is looked at for the first strike. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Here's Hechavarria at shortstop. And that's out number 1.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Standing in, Jesse Winker. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Oh and 1, here it comes. Fouled off. Oh and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air out to left. Peralta's under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Billy Hamilton. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Casilla pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
The 0-2 pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They're on top, however, 9-4. Kevin Quackenbush will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Kevin Quackenbush.
Digging in now, David Peralta. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
David Peralta.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit up. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
The 1-1 is taken high above the zone. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Lifted into center field. Hamilton is under it. 1 away. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Here comes the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
finally gets this one over for strike one.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
The 3-1. And he loses him on a breaking ball.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Jake Lamb standing in now. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Runner at first here, one man out. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Even though that wasn't a fastball, it's never fun seeing a pitch come right at your head. Your first thing is to dive out of the way. It's not to see if you could see the stitching of a slider and decipher whether or not it's a fastball.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Taken, strike 2. Goldschmidt, base runner at first with 1 out. Runners off for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's the side-arming right-hander Brad Ziegler that gets the assignment. Into the box now, Jose Peraza, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball 1-0. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded by Hechavarria. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
the first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
So 1 away here in the Reds' half of the 8th. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Two and one.
That's off the plate. Ball 2.
Now the 2-1 pitch. That's bounced foul. It's 2-2. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Hechavarria is under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone. But maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back. And the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
Into the box now, Eugenio Suarez, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Echeverria to his left. He's there. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Reds are down in order. They're on top, however, 9-4. Jared Hughes comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Jared Hughes.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Pollock. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. First pitch of the at-bat. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike.
1-1.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Here now the 2-2. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate. And the count holds at 2-2. Another try at 2-2. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The batter, second baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Digging in and looking for more, Eduardo Escobar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Up around the face. Here comes the 1-0. Tough slider down low for a strike. Pollock on at first, nobody out. And he takes a called strike 2.
2 strikes.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back. And another throw over. And the runner back. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
That was about as easy as they come right there. Hard to say whether that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but either way, he's into scoring position.
A runner at second, nobody out. Three balls and 2 strikes to Eduardo Escobar. Adeiny Echeverria waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Now at the plate, Adeiny Echeverria. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Here comes the first pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. His career line against Jared Hughes. He's 2 for 4. Strike two. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. Off the plate at 94, 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Two and two count. Here it comes. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
None out, runners at first and second. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
Raisel Iglesias takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Jeff Mathis will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's set. Here it comes. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Bases loaded here, nobody out. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. His first home run of the season, as it's now a 1-run ball game.
And it's almost unfair. He inherited this mess from the previous pitcher, but he definitely didn't help the situation. They hoped he could save the day and put out the fire, but instead he threw some gasoline on it.
Daniel Descalso will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Daniel Descalso.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. The Reds leading by the slimmest of margins late in this one and trying to hang on and earn the series sweep.
One of the keys if you want to sweep a team is you're going to have to get some big outs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're leading by a run as we're going towards the end of this game. Now it's time for the pitching staff to put this one under wraps.
4 runs here in this half inning. Descalso behind 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Down.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. Now another one hit deep to left. Winker ranging back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, right fielder, John Jay.
Digging in, John Jay. His lifetime numbers against Iglesias, he's gone 2 for 8. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And the pitch. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Still only one out in the inning. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. The 2-1 home is taken for strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Here now the 2-2 is lined into right center. Base hit. And Jay's on base. He's got a base hit.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder
David Hernandez answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one.
David Hernandez.
David Peralta will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. The 1-0 misses, ball 2.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Now the 2-0 home will not catch the zone, ball 3. The 3-0 taken on the inside corner for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now. 3-2.
I always felt, though, too, you had to cover away. If a guy's going to bury you in 3 times in a row, you tip your cap and walk back to the dugout, because that's not easy to do.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
So striding in, Paul Goldschmidt. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Jay is off of first with 2 away. Line drive to left. Oh, and he misses it. Jay rounds third and is striding for home. And he's safe at the plate. It's a 9-9 affair.
Man, that was a comedy of errors right there. They're kicking the ball all over the yard, and the runner on first comes all the way around to score. So you wonder why managers retire early? There's your answer right there.
In now, Jake Lamb, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. This year against right-handed pitching, Lamb carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. The 0-1. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Hit out towards second. Jeanette has it. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate. And this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. Home half of the ninth is straight ahead, and we are tied 9-9. Archie Bradley enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He leads things off here in what's now a very close ball game.
Scooter Gennett.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. And that one just missed outside. Breaking ball in for a strike. Hit on the ground out for short. Echeverria has it. And there's one down now.
All right, fielder number 17, Shin-Soo Choo.
So digging in now, Shin-Soo Choo. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. Here's another 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Phil Gosselin will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 46, Phil Gosselin.
And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. He'll enter play right at .310 on the year. No home runs as of yet, and 4 RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Gosselin, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a 5th-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Gosselin, a native Pennsylvanian. He was a 5th-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 10th inning coming up, and we are tied 9-9. Zach Weiss takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Zach Weiss.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks, A.J. Pollock. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th. First offering on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike. The 2-1 home is a fastball looked at for a strike. Sliced hard on the ground, and that will get through into right. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Eduardo Escobar standing in as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. The 1-0 takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
2-2 count.
Bouncer to the left side. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead runs in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Here's Echeverria now. Now a bunt attempt here. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Go-ahead run to third there after the bunt. Sacrifices aren't everyone's favorite play because you give up precious outs, but they do have a lot of ways now to take the lead.
At the plate, Jeff Mathis. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
The 1-0. 2-0. Pollard on third. Escobar at second with 1 away. And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0. The 3-0. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Hold on the ground. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Steven Souza will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. To short, hit hard. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Only 1 in the inning for Arizona. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. Diamondbacks lead this one 10-9. Brad Boxberger enters the game here an inning later than usual as he'll try to close this one out in the 10th. In now for the Reds, Tucker Barnhart. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
Stepping in now, Jesse Winker, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. In there, and it's even at 1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit sharply on the ground. Escobar ranges to his left, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in and looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Red center fielder in front with a 2-0 count.
2-0.
The 2-0. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get fouled. 2-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. The Reds down to their last strike. Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Diamondbacks will salvage at least the finale in this 3-game series as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
And it's a 10-9 final at the end of this one. Arizona capitalized on a huge 9th inning on the way to the win. Archie Bradley earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Brad Boxberger closes the door for the save, his 35th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Diamondbacks, 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Reds, 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, the Arizona Diamondbacks totaled 13 hits as a team as they were winners in extra innings over the Reds 10-9. Heading into the day, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, 8 games out of first, while the Diamondbacks sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, 3 games back. Jake McGee got his 2nd W of the season as Colorado got the best of the Dodgers 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Rockies sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race, while the Dodgers are atop the division. They have a 3-game cushion. The Padres relief pitcher, number 53, earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Padres got by the Phillies 2-1. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Phillies sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. They're 2 games back. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-3. In the standings, the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central, 11.5 games out of first. The Brewers sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 3-2. It was their 5th straight victory. As of right now, the Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, 14.5 out of first. And the Brewers sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, only a half game back. The Mets got 11 hits overall as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-0. Heading into the day, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Mets are 4th in the division. They're 17.5 games out of first. The Chicago Cubs combined to allow only 4 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 7-1. At the start of the day, the Cubs are in 1st place in the NL Central. They have a small half-game advantage, while the Nationals are in 1st place in the NL East, 2 games up on 2nd place. The New York Yankees got 12 hits in this one as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 3-2. As of today, the Yankees sit in 1st place in the American League East Division. They are enjoying a comfortable 6.5 game cushion, while the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Blue Jays finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the Rays in extra innings 1-0. In the standings, the Blue Jays are in 3rd place in the AL East, 13 games out, while the Rays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Mark Trumbo drove in 3 as the Orioles took down the Red Sox 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division. They're 16.5 games out of first, while the Red Sox are 2nd in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. The Cleveland Indians combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the south side 7-2. They now have won 14 consecutive games. Heading into the day, the White Sox are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 20 games out of first. And the Indians are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. The Minnesota Twins tallied 5 home runs overall as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 11-6. As of today, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Twins are 2nd in the division. They're 15 games back. Tyler Lyons collected win number 3 this year as St. Louis pushed past the Royals 3-2. At the start of the day, the Royals sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Cardinals are in 3rd place in the NL Central. They're 7 games back. The Oakland Athletics picked up, 19 hits in this one as they destroyed the Angels 11-5. In the standings, the Angels are in 3rd place in the AL West, 5 games back, while the Athletics are 4th in the division. They're 19.5 games out of first. The Houston Astros allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Mariners 3-0. Entering the day's action, the Astros are in 1st place in the AL West, 4 games up, and the Mariners are 2nd in the division. They trail 1st by 4 games. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.